But in this nation, the world's greatest democracy, there is nothing they can do to prevent me from being punished for a crime they know I did not commit. Some who have called have said I am a modern-day Job. Judge Muir is also noted for his medieval sentences. I face a maximum sentence of 55 years in prison and a $300,000 fine for being innocent. Judge Muir has already told the press that he, quote, felt invigorated when we were found guilty, and he plans to imprison me as a deterrent to other public officials.
Now that the smoke's gone and the air is all clear, those who were right there got a new kind of fear. You'd fight and they were right, but they were just too strong. They stick it in your face and they let you smell what they consider wrong. Well, this should be interesting. Hey, thanks for clicking on my video on the old YouTubes. What I just read you was lyrics from a alternative rock band called Filter. Richard Patrick wrote these after he's seen some, how do you say that? Some gruesome live TV. Let me go back a little bit. 2 weeks ago, I went out and filmed a little of this grave site of where this guy is resting in peace. And then a winter storm come in, so I had to leave the area, come back home. Today, I went out to the gravesite again. Needless to say, this is the Daily. Story that you don't want to go looking up, or story that you don't want to watch the footage of from 1987. I just want to warn you, prepare thyself. Don't go looking up the footage, just listen to the story. Here we go. Let me tell you this brief story on a politician who made a very big imprint on live TV. Bud Dwyer was a politician from Pennsylvania. Before I get to the story on why this crazy rock song was written, I gotta tell you a story about the man on why it was written about him. Oh man, well, the whole purpose was to go to the location and film beside this guy's grave. Do the whole video. But I guess I gotta elaborate because of this. All right, 12 degrees, let's get through this. Bud Dwyer started his career in the 1960s. He became a state representative, then he went to the Senate for 10 years, then he became the treasurer of good old Pennsylvania, the state that I'm standing in. This is where the story goes off the rails. This happened in the 1980s, where everybody pays taxes. You pay taxes, I pay taxes, everybody pays taxes. The federal employees pay taxes. But what happened was there was a mistake that happened where the federal employees were paying way over what they actually owed to the government. This is where Bud Dwyer's job comes in. The state I'm standing in, good old Pennsylvania, owed the federal workers a boatload of money. Basically, the federal workers were shelling out more than they really had to. So Bud Dwyer's job as the treasurer was to look into this situation and be like, hey, what the heck happened here? That's his job. This is where it gets kind of crazy. Bud Dwyer hires a small company out of California, the CTA firm, to figure out this mess. Now, if you ever work for the federal, don't you fall, camera, I will put you down, baby. Bud Dwyer hired a small company out of California. The company was called CTA. And if you ever worked for the federal government, I have, we get paid through the state. Now what happens was every time the building I worked in, they would always bid out jobs if the building needed repairs or something needed to happen. They would always bid a job out to get the best bang for your buck. Well, this company did not bid out. Bud Dwyer hired this company without any bidding. No company, no firm putting their bid in. We're gonna figure this mess out for you, Mr. Dwyer. It was just, here you go, CTA. Here's a boatload of money. CTA charged Bud Dwyer in the state of Pennsylvania $4.6 million. To figure this mess out and why Pennsylvania overpaid in their federal taxes. So Dennis Schatzman, another office person, was the state controller of Pennsylvania. Did I say that right? Sorry about that. Deputy controller of the state of Pennsylvania. And he had to do the paperwork to see if everything was legit going forward to fix this tax mess Pennsylvania had. Well, he discovered CTA didn't even bid for the job like normal government procedures do. They just got the $4.6 million. But he also discovered a bigger firm also bid $2.4 million. To do the job. And he thought, what the heck? Why in the world did Bud give this job to these people? And this other firm that was well known and bigger firm with a lower bid not get it. Mr. Schatzman discovered CTA was ran out of a house in California with 3 employees. And you know how it goes, people. The FBI goes digging around for information anywhere and everywhere to find it. And they realized CTA, William Smith, their attorney, they questioned him. And he said, I got to tell you something. We got that contract because Bud Dwyer bribed us. And people, listen to me. I'm not putting my 2 cents in here. It's up to you to look at both sides after you hear the whole story. He gave us this money, and in turn, we gave him a kickback. This is what William Smith said about Bud Dwyer in a $4.6 million contract. He said Bud Dwyer gave them the contract. Bud Dwyer took them into a separate room and said, listen, I give you the contract, but you slipped me 100 grand for walking around money in my pocket.
And it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety filling up every space, no privacy. And silently,
basically that's 300 grand off the top of the 4.6 million. That's what Williams said. Now Smith said he's just coming clean. He wants this all out in the open. He's done with this. He shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. But Smith went to court. He got 12 years for bribery and fraud. Haven't got the Bud Dwyer yet. What his fate's gonna be. Bud Dwyer claimed he was innocent up and down. He said, this is a bunch of BS. This is Bush League. This is a lie.
But it wouldn't be a deterrent because every public official who knows me knows that I am innocent. It wouldn't be a legitimate punishment because I've done nothing wrong.
But Smith goes to court against Dwyer. Yes, Bud Dwyer slipped us that big contract, and he got a little walking around money. That's what Smith says. Dwyer says the opposite. Hence, you heard his speech in the beginning of this video. That is actually him talking during a press conference. This whole court case goes down December 18th, 1986. Bud Dwyer doesn't escape anything. He gets hit with perjury, racketeering, mail fraud, bribery, 55 years in the state pen. Also, he got hit with conspiracy. Not a charge you want to have if you're a politician. Bud Dwyer has a conference in Harrisburg, PA. He hands out these letters to all these people, but he has a huge manila envelope, kind of bulky. Nobody knows what's in it. Says his speech, claims how he is innocent. He did not do this crime. Then before you know it, he pulls out a .357 Magnum. Basically, the one that Clint Eastwood uses in the Dirty Harry movies, that's what he had. He told everybody to stand back. This could hurt you. Before you know it, live suicide on actual cable news. This is insane. And this basically imprinted the brain of the lead singer of Filter. He's seen this while he was going to high school in Ohio. This is crazy, but it disturbed the lead singer of Filter so much that when he was on the Lollapalooza tour with the 9 Inch Nails, he went into a bookstore. They actually were selling the news conference on a VHS. And he remembers watching it when he was in high school. He bought it, he watched it again. And in 1995, Filter put out the mega hit, Hey man, nice shot. If you didn't know what that song meant, now you do. Oh, it is so cold out here. My mic keeps shutting off. It's insane. It is 9 degrees out and my mic keeps shutting off. But I gotta keep turning it on. Holy moly. Woo! Had to get in the car to get my mic warmed up. Kept shutting off on me. This is the craziest story you're ever gonna see. Now I wanted to do it by Bud's grave, but you can't. Everything's shut down. The cemetery is closed down for winter. Everything is basically in a deep freeze here where I live in Pennsylvania. However you want to look at it. Is Bud innocent? Is he guilty? That's up to you. I'm not putting my 2 cents in. But holy crap, man. What a story that you don't want to ever happen again to a person. If he felt caged, that he didn't do it, or if he felt trapped, that he made a mistake, I don't know. You can watch the documentary and you decide on yourself. I've touched on this story before on my old channel. You can't see it anymore. I took it down. But what a nutty story that happened in Pennsylvania in 1987. But those were the days.
Those were the days, my friend.
When I did the story on old Bud Dwyer. Crazy Pennsylvania politician story. And it's 9 degrees out. It is frigid where I live. It is horrible. But tell your family you love them every day. Or I will tell them that you own a Grimace outfit from McDonald's. You have it in your closet. And at night, you pull it out and you put it on and you scare little kids. Don't doubt me. I will tell everybody. See you next week from the Arctic.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away.
This is a daily. I don't know. I mean, I'm not Wikipedia here. Got another crazy story for you.
Get down, cause I'm here to flow.
How dare you